Not everything in the tech industry makes money because it's good. Not everything can be understood in light of its merits. But everything has a place in the economy and the ecology of the tech industry. A lot of people don't understand Broadcom, so let's take a look at a recent event that puts Broadcom in the spotlight. After Pat Gelsinger left his very successful run as CEO of VMware to go back to his beloved Intel, VMware was bought by Broadcom. At first glance, you might not think that makes a lot of sense. Reportedly, even Pat Gelsinger was surprised and even concerned for his former employees. If you're unfamiliar with Broadcom, you might also not know very much about a company that Broadcom bought some time ago called Computer Associates. Understanding why Broadcom bought VMware, and for a darn good price, you have to understand Computer Associates. Computer Associates was a lot of things. Among them, they were the purchaser of a company that had bought a company that I founded. Computer Associates was one of those companies that was big and made a lot of money, and nobody in the innovative end of the tech industry really knew what they sold and how they made all that money. I was curious. Computer Associates would buy mainframe software, usually software that had been around for many years. The sales may have stagnated, and they often bought these companies at fairly rich valuations. How did that work? Of course, the shareholders of these moribund mainframe software companies were very happy. But how is Computer Associates happy about this too? The answer is found in an interesting business model. You can make a lot of money licensing software to people who can't find their ass with both hands in a flashlight. They'll never get rid of your software because they're 10 years overdue to get rid of their mainframe after all. They don't know how. So the business model that can make money off these people is to buy the software they use and jack up the license fees. Actually, it was even more diabolical than that. Computer Associates would sell you a comprehensive license to all of their fabulous software offerings. You'd pay a lot more, but look at all the value you'd get. Not just the rotten old mainframe software that your business depends on, but rotten old mainframe software that a lot of other businesses depend on. If that sounds like the business model of a trash removal service run by wise guys in Massapequa, Long Island, you get the picture. Yous need a bigger dumpster. Imagine your computing infrastructure depends on VMware. Of course, there are a lot of alternatives to VMware, literally dozens. There are free open source alternatives. There are alternatives that are built into cloud services. So why is anyone worried about VMware being owned by Broadcom? Broadcom not only owns Computer Associates, they bought them because they have a spiritual connection. They look at business the same way. And now users of VMware are looking at the cost of migrating away from VMware versus the cost of their new license fees. And that is one reason why you should occasionally step outside the generally meritocratic bubble of technology and realize there are different ways of looking at the business of technology.